In a big city, there was a tall office building with a strange elevator. People said it had a hidden 13th floor button that only a few could see. Whoever pushed it disappeared. One late night, Sam found this button glowing softly. Curious, Sam pressed it. The elevator went down strangely deep and opened to a dark, silent hallway. Feeling brave, Sam stepped out, but the elevator doors closed suddenly, leaving Sam alone in the dark. The hallway seemed to never end, and it got colder as Sam walked. Then, whispers filled the air. They sounded sad and scared, coming from everywhere but nowhere. Sam tried to find where they were coming from, but got lost. Hallway seemed to twist and turn in ways that didn't make sense. Sam tried to run back to the elevator, but it was gone. Just a wall there now. The whispers got louder, and a cold hand touched Sam's shoulder. When Sam turned around, nobody was there. Sam was never seen again. Now, people in the building talk quietly about the 13th floor and the elevator. They say it's a warning about being too curious. The building keeps its secrets, including what happens to those who find the 13th floor. In a quiet village, there was a deep, dark well that had been sealed for centuries. Legend said it was a portal to another world, a realm of shadows and despair. One night, a brave but reckless boy named Leo decided to uncover the well and peer inside, driven by tales of treasure and adventure. As Leo pried open the heavy stone lid, a cold, black mist seeped out, swirling around him. He shone his flashlight into the abyss, but the light was swallowed by the darkness. From the depths, a whispering voice called to him, chillingly sweet. "Come down, Leo. Come down to us." Mesmerized, Leo climbed into the well, descending the old, slippery stones. The further he went, the colder it came, and the air was thick with whispers, promising him wonders and secrets. Suddenly, his foot slipped, and he fell, screaming into the void. When he awoke, he was not alone. Around him, in the dim light, were the lost souls of those who had answered the well's call before him. They were trapped, forever bound to the darkness. Their eyes filled with regret and sorrow, they warned Leo, "There is no escape. The well feeds on curiosity, trapping us here for eternity." Leo tried to climb out, but the walls of the well became slick with ice, and ghostly hands pulled him back whenever he made progress. The realization dawned on him that he would never leave, becoming another whisper in the dark, luring the next curious soul into the well's depths. Back in the village, the well was sealed once more. In a small village, surrounded by deep, dark woods, there was a legend about a mysterious mirror hidden somewhere inside the forest. This mirror was no ordinary one. It was said to show not your reflection, but your biggest fears. The villagers called it the Riven Mirror and believed it was cursed. Elian, a brave young villager, decided to find the mirror. Despite warnings from others, he ventured into the forest one cold winter night. The woods were creepy, with strange noises and shadows that seemed to follow him. After a long walk, Elian found the clearing and the Riven Mirror. Instead of his face, the mirror showed him a scary world filled with nightmares. Suddenly, he felt something behind him. Turning around, he saw a shadowy creature with glowing eyes, whispering promises of secrets and power in exchange for entry into Elian's world. Terrified, Elian ran back to the village, escaping the creature, but haunted by what he had seen and heard. He warned everyone to stay away from the mirror, but the legend of the Riven Mirror lived on. Once upon a time, 5 friends decided to go on an adventure. They had heard about a mysterious cave near their town and thought it would be exciting to explore it. So, they packed some snacks, grabbed their flashlights, and set off. As they entered the cave, they were amazed by the beautiful rock formations and the echo of their voices. They laughed, took pictures, and felt brave in the darkness with their lights. But as they went deeper, the cave became colder, and the air felt heavier. Suddenly, they heard strange noises. At first, they thought it was just water dripping, or maybe some animals. But then, they saw something move in the shadows. It was big, and it didn't seem friendly. They tried to run back to the entrance, but the creature was fast. One by one, the friends were caught by the creature. They screamed for help, but it was too late. The cave was too deep, and no one could hear them. By the end, the mysterious creature had taken them all. It was said that the creature guarded the cave to protect a hidden treasure, but no one dared to go in after hearing what happened to the group of friends. In a small town surrounded by thick woods, there was a legend about an old, abandoned house. They said it was haunted by the Whisper Man. If you stood outside at night, you could hear him whispering, but no one dared to whisper back. One night, a brave boy named Alex decided to challenge the legend. He went to the house and stood in the darkness. True enough, he heard whispers, but he did something nobody else did. He whispered back, asking, "Who are you?" Suddenly, the air turned cold, and the whispers grew louder, surrounding him. Alex wanted to run, but found himself unable to move. The whispers became words, saying, "You are mine now," in a blink. Alex found himself inside the house, facing the Whisper Man, a shadowy figure with glowing eyes. The Whisper Man moved closer, his whispers turning into a chilling wind. Alex felt the grip of cold hands around his neck. Just as he thought it was the end, Alex woke up outside the house, the sun rising. It was all just a nightmare, or so he thought. When he reached home, he found a note in his pocket. It read, "See you tonight." In a big city filled with the constant buzz of life, Alex stumbled upon a sleek, mysterious device lying forgotten on the sidewalk. Its surface was cold to the touch, emitting a faint, unsettling hum. Intrigued by its alien design, Alex pocketed the device, unaware that he was bringing home something far beyond ordinary technology. At home, the device revealed an app called Alter Reality. Initially, it transformed Alex's room with fascinating illusions, but the wonder quickly twisted into horror. The walls began to breathe, pulsing with a life of their own, and shadows stretched into sinister shapes, whispering dark secrets. The laughter of unseen children echoed around him, chilling his bones. Alex's attempts to deactivate the device were futile. It seemed to feed on his fear, growing more malevolent. He threw it against the wall in desperation, shattering it. Silence crashed down, heavy and ominous. The next day, every digital screen in the city targeted him with a haunting message. "You cannot escape." Now, Alex lives in a world where the line between digital dread and reality is blurred, haunted by whispers and watched by unseen eyes. A prisoner in his own life. In a small town, people put up tall machines called the purifiers to clean the air. Everyone was happy because these machines could turn bad air into good air, better than trees could. But soon, strange things started happening. The air felt weird and heavy, making people uneasy. Phones, TVs, and computers started to break down more often. Maya, who studies the environment, noticed something was very wrong. She found out that the purifiers were not just cleaning the air. They were changing it in a bad way. The machines made a sound that only our brains could hear, making everyone feel scared and see things that weren't there. It turned out that these machines, which were supposed to help, were actually causing a lot of trouble. They made people scared of each other and caused a lot of problems in the town. Maya knew she had to do something. She worked hard to figure out how to stop the purifiers. She wanted to make everyone feel safe again and fix the mess. Maya had to be brave and smart to bring peace back to her town and show everyone that sometimes trying to fix a problem the wrong way can make things worse. In the dim light of a late evening, Mia boarded the last bus home, her headphones drowning out the world with her favorite tunes. Initially, the bus was lively, filled with the chatter of passengers heading home after a long day. But as stops passed and people left, Mia noticed a chilling silence enveloping her. She lifted her gaze and felt her heart skip a beat. The bus, once bustling, was now eerily empty, except for her and the driver. But something was off about the driver. As Mia moved closer, a cold shiver ran down her spine. The driver wasn't human. It was an evil spirit, with eyes that glowed and a face that seemed to change shape. Mia wanted to scream, to run. But where could she go in a moving bus? The next morning, a report shook the local community. Mia's bus was found abandoned near the old bridge, a place wrapped in unsettling stories. There was no sign of Mia or the mysterious driver. The only evidence was a video that went viral, showing Mia boarding the bus, but the footage inside was corrupted. Mia was never found, and the story of the ghostly bus driver circulated in hushed tones. Some say at night, a bus still roams the streets, its destination unknown, driven by a specter, looking for its next passenger. A small town, there was a bridge that people avoided at night. It was said a witch had cursed it. At night, a thick fog covered the bridge, and weird lights floated above the water. A girl named Lily wanted to see what happened on the bridge at night. She went there as it got dark and the fog came in. The air turned very cold. Lights started moving around her, whispering strange things. Lily wanted to leave, but she felt stuck. The fog got thicker, and the lights pulled at her. Scared, Lily sang a song her grandma taught her. As she sang, the fog went away, and the lights disappeared. When she stopped singing, the bridge was clear. Lily ran home and never went back at night. People said Lily's song broke the witch's spell with its power of love and bravery. In a small, quiet town surrounded by dense forests, there lived a young girl named Lily. Everyone knew her for her bright smile and contagious laugh. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Lily went out to play near the woods and never returned. The town was engulfed in fear and sadness. People searched everywhere, calling out her name, but she was nowhere to be found. Days turned into weeks, and the hope of finding Lily started to fade. The townsfolk whispered tales of the forest, speaking of shadows and secrets hidden in its depths. They said it was a place from which few returned. Then, on a cold, misty evening, a group of hikers decided to explore a cave near the edge of the woods, a place untouched and feared by the locals. As they ventured deeper, their lights flickered upon a sight that made their hearts stop. Lily, sitting in the far corner of the cave, her eyes dark and empty, her smile twisted in a way that was unnervingly unnatural as they approached. Lily's laughter echoed off the walls, a sound so chilling it seemed to come from another world. Her eyes, once filled with warmth, now held a darkness that seemed to swallow the light. The drawings around her depicted scenes of the forest, but with a sinister twist. Trees with faces twisted in agony. Lily spoke, but her voice was different, laced with a coldness that made the air around her feel heavy. She told tales not of adventures, but of a darkness that had embraced her, of whispers that had filled her mind with shadows. The cave, she said, was her home now, a place where she belonged with the creatures that whispered in the dark. The hikers fled, their hearts pounding with fear, leaving Lily behind. Her laughter followed them, a haunting reminder of what lay hidden beneath the serene facade of the forest.